again, and welcome back to Ohio. Running westbound, kind of northwest bound on the I-76 Ohio turnpike now, and creeping up on Youngstown. I believe the next couple exits are for Youngstown. So yes, indeed, we just made our way out of Pennsylvania on the oh geez, it seems to me that it has multiple numbers attached to it. Calls itself I-76, the I-70, and the I-376. I don't know, maybe that's a different section, but it would seem that it takes on multiple names. But as it stands, both Sheila D and Sheila, Sheila E. I don't know what to call them. Sheila D is definitely Sheila D. That's the diesel. D for diesel. Sheila D and Sheila E both agree that it's been I-76 all the way. And so it was the I-76 Pennsylvania turnpike, and now it's the I-76 Ohio turnpike. And I got to admit, it's a nice drive. It just really is. Well, so far, anyhow. Boy, I'm just, I can't, Akron, 52 miles. I can't speak enough to the fact that I just, having that last tire go bad on me, just really, I don't know, it takes it out of me, because I was so looking forward to doing that very section of drive that I just did during the day. I really was. And just like that, it just kind of got took from me. It's just kind of, I don't know, I mean, I don't know. But, this is only month number 3, and I've already found myself pretty much in a large majority of these states. And so, the likelihood of me going back into Pennsylvania at some point in the future is pretty high, I figure. I certainly hope so. And so there's always another chance at it. So anyhow, that said, yes, I do like the way these turnpikes are. Nice drive. It just is. I wish it was during the day, but I mean, okay, it's at night. I have to deal with it. It's just a nice drive, and I like the way they have it set up. They have occasionally these, what they call, I think, like service plazas or service centers or something. And they're basically, rest areas with, like, fuel services and food services and, parking, etc. And they're super easy off, on and off or whatever, easy off the interstate, easy back on. It appears that they have, plenty of parking available. There are not very many trucks out here for whatever the reason. And it's nice road work, nice roadways, smooth driving, fast turns for the most part. Some of them, are cautionary 55, or advisement 55 and 60 mile an hour turns. But honestly, you can take them at full speed. So yeah, it's nice. It's just kind of, it's honest, it's peaceful. I don't know, it really is. It's very peaceful going through here in these mountains. So I certainly hope at some point in the future I find myself back out here on these very same roads during the daytime. So anyhow, let's go ahead and get a check-in done here so we know where we are and what time we are and all that good stuff. So we are still Saturday, October 31st. Happy Halloween again. And we got a current local time of 8:17 in the PM here in Ohio with a temperature of, wow, oh my goodness, it got cold, 37 degrees. That's something. But we do have an altitude of 1,802 feet. Oh, wait a minute, excuse me. Oh boy, I was looking at the wrong thing. Let's see what we actually got here. Well, not too far off. We got an altitude of 1,090 feet. And holding. So, but that goes up and down, of course, as we go through these hills and mountains. Yep, so the number I just gave you a second ago was actually my remaining mileage out to Salt Lake City, which is where I'll be making this delivery to. And it's scheduled for Tuesday, I believe, at 11 p.m., I think it was, or maybe 9:30 p.m., or somewhere up in there. Yeah, I think it's for 11 p.m. But that matters not right now. What does matter is I have 1,800 miles left to go, and I have basically the remainder of my shift today, and then I have a full shift tomorrow, a full shift Monday, and a full shift Tuesday to do it in. So what's nice is I do actually have a nice kind of relaxing drive. I don't have to hurry. And I can get away with 500 miles a day, which is just very, very comfortable. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And with that 1,800 miles left over, that means really all I need to do is put in another 300 here, whittle it down to 1,500, and I can go ahead and pull off, get myself another nap, and with the intention of getting an early start for tomorrow, and hopefully being able to enjoy some of the rest of this drive during the daytime. I will be going up. Actually, currently, I am heading up towards I-80, which is the very same I-80 that works its way out there to California via Reno and the Nevada Sierras. And that happens to go up by the Great Lakes, up through Toledo, let's see, Sandusky, let's see, I believe Chicago, Michigan, what else? Come on, show me Chile, Iowa City. Let's see, why is it not showing me? It's not showing me what I want to tell you here. Yeah, Chicago, there it is. Yeah, Toledo, Cleveland. There we go. So Cleveland is going to be the next major city I have in the windshield here. So, let's see, Ohio. Looks like I may or may not be hopping into Michigan there. And then Indiana, Illinois, yeah, Chicago, Illinois. I know, I can hear my voice from the roadway. And then, from Chicago, Illinois, over into Iowa. I will not be making it up into Wisconsin, but one of these days, you know. So I'm just chalking more states off the list here, which is great. I love it. I really do. Let's see. Will I be entering into Michigan, I wonder? It looks like I am. Just briefly. Let's see here. It's like right on the line. So I don't know. It might not actually. I might not actually officially get into Michigan. I get a little closer look straight and narrow. That's important. Going a straight and narrow path here. Yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be getting into Michigan officially, but yeah, well, I'll be able to basically spit one out the passenger's window and have it land in Michigan. Yeah, from the looks of it. So that's all right. Yeah, that's cool. I'll be going by the Great Lakes anyhow. So I'm going to be looking for a place to go ahead and pull off in the next 250, 300 miles to try and leave myself something of a gift for tomorrow, I guess. A visual gift, I suppose, if you get what I mean. So it looks like we're about to go over some sort of lake reservoir right now. Meander Reservoir. Cool. Well, I can't see it, but that's awesome. Yep. Yeah, pretty cool, these turnpikes, I gotta admit. I don't know. It does. It makes me wonder, how much they charge, and how it's charged, how it's calculated. I imagine it's by the mile. It must be. So, I don't know, maybe they just don't, maybe their tax money, maybe their taxes aren't put towards road, ways out here, so it's paid for by the tolls. And if that's the case, then that makes sense and it's understandable. And that actually makes more sense than anything, because hell, if you ain't driving on the interstates, you shouldn't have to be paying a tax on it, right? So you should only be paying that, for something that you're using, right? Not for something that you're not. That's fair. Oh jeez, I'm gonna have to try and pull out the old Canadian accent again up here. I'm trying to have to pull out the old Canadian accent up here again. Oh, man, we're all way up north again. Oh, I figured. Jeez, oh my gosh. Oh, all the way over here where I was Wisconsin. It's right up there, over there near Great Lakes. Somewhere up there in the higher elevation ground. Over there by old Chicago, Milwaukee. Oh yeah. Cleveland. Knock it off. Okay, 80 West. 80 West. Are we gonna call it? Yes, we are now officially calling this. Amazingly enough, it feels very much like the same exact road surface I was just on, but I don't feel like I switched on to. Didn't take any turns or anything, but we are now officially calling this I-80, just like that. I mean, did you see it? Did you see a turn? Did I just talk my way through a whole cloverleaf or a roundabout or anything there? A roundabout? Oh, we got stand the old roundabouts up there, old Canadian. Yep. They might actually be able to understand some of these truckers when they talk on the radio now, huh? They actually understand their English. What's interesting, actually, is I put on FM at the FM stations a little while ago, on the regular radio. I was talking about the CB radio a second ago. I'm talking now about, the FM radio. And I went ahead and did a progressive scan. I like to kind of get an idea for what the, local radio stations are putting out, in particular areas. I go through it sometimes. And to my great surprise and I guess dismay, there was like mostly country radio stations playing. I was like, man, are you really? In the north? Huh. It in Pennsylvania? Huh. I would have expected to hear more like folk music or something, but it was country radio, R&B, and classic rock. Pretty much exactly the same nonsense that they play pretty much in every other state, in every other city, in every other state, in every other town, in every other city, in every other state, across the entire it's just the same stuff. Oh, and the religious channels, of course. So, wow. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. And it tells me something. It tells me that there has been a takeover, a coup, perhaps, even, I would say. Yeah, a coup probably fits it pretty good. In one sense of the word. Perhaps not a military coup, but a coup nonetheless. Globalization, we love it. What's that say? Ride with Lordstown. Alright. That's a big old building with a big old sign. Yeah. Oh, over there in Lordstown. Alright. Somewhere over there, Ohio, I believe. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I don't know. Yep. And even on the AM stations, just the same stupid nonsense. A very liberal-minded, extreme liberal-minded, host of some extreme liberal-minded radio show, just basically putting down, the Trump. Just talking smack about the Trump. Oh, racist lying, whatever. Throwing them under any bus they can. Just, there's basically begging for people to listen to them, cry like little crybabies. There you go, Trump, racist, lying Trump, like babies, like little children, like who didn't get their ice cream 4 years ago, like their ice creams fell on the ground, and they've just been crying about it ever since, like little children. So it's embarrassing. Like, I'm actually embarrassed for them, seriously. Oh, you're gonna pass me, eh? I'll show you. No, I won't. Hey, he does have the faster truck, son of a bitch. It's funny, I mean, the speed limit right here is 50, and nobody seems to care. Everybody's just kind of doing 70 or something. Yep. Damn, blame it on the Trump. All these speeders, they're all Trumpists. They're all trumpets. Trump supporters, these freaking racist breakers of the speed limit laws. Crybabies. Just crybabies. I'm sorry, that probably hurts your ears.
Trump.
That's what it's like. Just arguing with anybody and everybody who says anything. Who says anything. Like, this lady, she calls in, right? Somebody calls in. And the host is a black guy, right? You can just hear his voice, right? But he, it's not like he was, I mean. So this girl calls in, and she's a white girl, right? And she's sitting there talking about the Trump. And they're talking about the racism thing or something. Still talking about the racism thing with Trump. Still just yammering on about racism and Trump, right? I don't know. I mean, at some point you kind of got to let it go, right? When it becomes so freaking apparent that that's not the truth. At some point you would think they would drop it, but no, they're still trying to use it. And she's like, yeah, but Trump, he's not, you know, and I'm married to a black man, and you know, and you know, Trump isn't a racist at all. And then she's like, you know, Biden's the one, he's more racist than anybody out there. He's the one who talked about, you know, years ago. And this is documented, well documented. There's plenty of, you know, I guess video or whatever of it, of him saying it, talking about how African Americans are predators or something, something to that effect. And this guy, he's just going, he never said that, you know, just blatantly, just blatantly going, no, he didn't. Like, no, he didn't. Like, and it's pretty well documented, yeah, he did. And he's just going, yeah, well, that, and he's trying to cut her off the whole time because she's making very clear sense. She's making actual perfect sense this whole time. So he keeps trying to cut her off. Oh no, he didn't. Well, I gotta get in a word edgewise. It's like, wait a minute. She's calling in. She's getting a word in edgewise. It's not, oh, I'm the host of a show and I'm gonna argue you. You're inviting people to call and get in an opinion. It's not, you're inviting them to get an opinion so you can basically undermine it, right? Okay, but he's just going, oh, he didn't, and well, and he finally hangs up on her, right? Because she's just talking too well. And he's like, oh, you just gotta go. You're just out of your mind. You're just, rah, rah, rah. And he's like, I think while he still had her on the phone, he actually said something about, well, if your husband thinks that, something like that, then he couldn't be too black. And I just went, man. So this is a black guy basically saying something absolutely racist. He just told this white woman that her black husband, because he doesn't believe Donald Trump is a racist, couldn't be that black. He couldn't be too black then, if that's what he thinks. I mean, so he just said the most racist thing you could probably really come up with. I mean, that's just, that is ultimately a racist comment, by all means, by all definitions. He couldn't be too black. Huh? What is that really supposed to mean? I can't believe that he uttered it, and he won't probably pay the repercussions from it. But I guarantee you, had Trump said something to that effect, right? It would be, oh, I can't believe Trump said that. Man, it's just so embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for that side. I'm embarrassed about all of it, honestly. I just thought it's embarrassing, the whole thing. But like this whole socialist, communist, left, democratic, liberal, fascist mindset ideology going on over there. It's just absolutely, it's just, I don't know. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for them. So, yep. And again, here's my disclaimer. I don't stand on either side. I just don't. I don't believe in any of it. I think it's all horseshit. All of it. Both sides. The whole fucking thing. It's just a big sham. It's a big scam. It's a big fraud. You know? It's a big act. It's a big act. Right? No eagle can fly with just a right wing, or with just a left wing, right? No eagle can fly with just one wing. It takes two wings for an eagle to fly, and the Central Intelligence Agency, which is the head of the eagle, controls both wings. And so that's why, you know, no matter who's in office or who has the alleged power, the supposed power, that's why everything always continues in the same direction. And people go, oh, I can't believe, you know, this is going on, and he's doing getting a little too long here.